So, Paul, tell us, you won the championship last year. The plan going forward is obviously to do it all over again.
Yeah, that's probably the difficult part. We had an unbelievable season last year, 21 race wins out of 27 races, so it was an absolutely unbelievable year. So it'll be very, very difficult, if not impossible, to repeat that, I think, this year. But it's a strong championship, high level of riders. So we've just retained Josh for a second year, and then Christian Iden joining the team. So we think we've got a strong lineup. So I like to think we'll be at the forefront.
It was pretty obvious you were going to retain Josh. What made you choose Christian?
Thought about it for a long time. I had a choice of quite a lot of riders, really, but what made me choose him? I just liked his enthusiasm and his determination to get the ride, and he was probably one of 6. So yeah, I just liked the things he was saying to me. He wasn't telling me how many races he was going to win or what he was going to do and what he wasn't going to do. I just liked his approach.
And you've had the same team members, the same setup for many, many years now. So really, Christian jumping on board one of those fantastic bikes, he's going to slot in pretty quick, you think?
Well, let's hope so. It's a rider I've watched for a long time. He came from a similar background to myself, so I've always been keen of what he did away from road racing. Fit, super fit guy, and I think the lads in the team seem to have taken to him very quickly, and we just need to polish him and knock the odd rough edge off him, I think. So I studied his riding a lot towards the end of last year, so I'm sure we can take him to be a winner and get on the top step of the roster this year.
So obviously with the BSB was sort of confined within the premises of the showdown, the top 6. You've got to be confident you can get Christian into the top 6.
That's always the goal of any rider, any team, to make the showdown. 2 quality riders last year made it comfortably. Let's hope we can keep them injury free and show the boys back at the workshop, so give them a good bike under them every weekend. So yeah, always the goal is to have 2 riders there, then they can help each other in the showdown.
And then this is for the TV, Paul, because people watching won't know. So tell us what happens next. We're doing the launch tonight at the Shard to showcase the new sponsor. And then tell me about, we're going to get Spain testing, and then the first race is at Silverstone in April.
Yeah, that's right. We've obviously wanted to make a bit of a statement after such a fantastic year. We've got so many new commercial partners on the bike. I think we've 10 new partners and paying sponsors new to the team. So we thought we wanted to do something a little bit different to what any of the other teams do. They seem to replicate everything we do after we've done it. So we wanted to make a statement, 2 quality riders, show all the great and the new sponsors we have and partners that this is how Pbm do it. And then we're off to Spain. One of the guys is in Italy now, starting to build the new bikes. Phil, the technical director, he flies out tomorrow. Bikes will be built, driven to Spain for the test. Truck will go from this end, all the staff, and away we go. Another season, 25th year. Could have had a big yacht by now.
A lot of fucking things by now. Wasted on motorbikes.
How are you doing after all the fires?
Okay, let's get done before Birdie gets down here. Right, ready? So Josh, this is for a couple of BBC stations regionally, so they won't know that much about you.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
So the first thing I'll say is tell us who you are and who you'll be racing for next year.
So I'm Josh Brooks, riding for the Vision Track Ducati team in British Superbikes.
And tell us what you're most looking forward to in the new season.
First of all, I'm grateful to have another opportunity to ride for Pbm and the race team, and of course that gives me another chance to have a go at winning the championship. So, the most exciting part for me is getting to race the motorcycles, but of course there's a lot of focus on obviously for me to try and win the championship, but to do it for the team.
Well, the field does appear to be in your favour this year, so big things are expected of you with the top team on the top bike. You were beaten by Scott last year, so people are saying that you should be right up there.
Yeah, every year I come in with high expectations. I've always got aspirations to try and win the championship. I think that there is a lot of expectation on me this year. Coming second last year, only a few points off winning it, makes me, in the hot seat to try and claim that top position.
And you've obviously got to know Paul over the last season. Have you been to Penrith? Have you been to Cumbria in the workshops and stuff? Tell us about visiting and the team and how it all works. Yes,
I've been to visit the team workshop a few times now, and it's a great setup. It's perfect for building a racing motorcycle. All the teams got quite a family feel. Everybody's fairly local, and everyone just gets on with their job and does it in a professional and methodic method to get the bikes looking as good as they do here.
Fantastic. And we'll just get a few shots of Paul looking around the bike. Yeah. Do that handheld. Yeah. Thanks, mate. That's all we need. A couple of lines for the news. Oh.
Time went quick. Time passed really quick. So I went to America as well, so that sort of cut into it a bit. And went home late, came back early, so bikes are looking a bit different. That's good. Looks a bit different with the exhaust change as well, doesn't it? It really changes the makes no difference to me. So where are the bikes that we had last year? They're gone, sold.
One's gone to Taiwan. Taiwan again.
Really? I saw him make a comment on social media before.
Pretty cool,
yeah.
So they might seem like it. We said he wants to ride it a bit.
He actually wants to ride it. Can he ride it? Can he ride it? Oh, that's right.
It's got a super regime record.
Yeah. Because this has got the stock swing arm in it. Bikes for the test. So what's this? These are just pushed together to determine what it's proper. Yeah.
I'll wait in the little
Local TV stations. So when you're in that position to talk about, let's get Stuart done, and then we'll get Chris done.
Is it?
For tonight.
Right, okay. Wasn't sure.
So Christian, introduce yourself and tell us who you're riding for.
Yeah, Christian Eden, and I'm riding for Vision Track Ducati in the 2020 British Superbike Championship.
And tell us how the ride came about.
Yeah, the ride came about in a bit of a funny way, really. I'd been talking to Paul Bird, the team owner, for quite a long time, but I knew full well that his phone would have been ringing off the hook. The team went 1-2 in the championship last year, so obviously there was a lot of competition for the ride, and yeah, it came about sort of last minute. For what I would say was last minute, and just after the last race of the 2019 season, Paul came to me and asked me to come and meet him, and I did, and sort of things went very quickly on from there, and very soon we'd shook hands on a deal.
I bet you're over the moon.
Yeah, over the moon is an understatement. For me to get this ride is incredible. I certainly wasn't the favoured choice, I would say, from a number of angles. So for Paul to give me this opportunity is one that I believe I deserve, but one that I wasn't sure I was going to get. So I intend to fully make the most of it.
So you've really climbed up the paddock now. You're like, you're on the top bike with the top team. What's to be expected of you?
As a racer, I've always expected a huge amount of myself. The goal is always to win, but in motorsport, it's not a level playing field. So I've always believed that I've had a championship winning bike, and it's never really come to fruition. However, now there's absolutely no doubting that this is a championship winning bike because it won the championship. It went 1-2, or the team went 1-2, and the bike went 1-2-3. So, you know, I have all the tools at my disposal. So it's down to me now. So yeah, the expectations are high from myself and from a lot of people around me, and you know we have to go out and deliver now.
And for all your local fans, which is your TV station up north for the Newcastle area, tell us about how much you're looking forward to the first round at Silverstone, and they can come see you.
Yeah, we always have a great fan following at BSB. It's one of the real things that I love about the British Superbike Championship. There's a lot of fan interaction, so all the fans can come and see us on pit lane walkabout. So I'm really excited for the first round. I can't wait to get going. So yeah, just come and see me.
Tell us where we can come and see you.
Okay. Do you want to start that again?
Just jump in.
Yeah. So we've got the first round at Silverstone on. Start that again. Is it Easter Bank Holiday weekend?
Easter Bank Holiday.
Right. Yeah, so we've got the first round at Silverstone on Easter Bank Holiday weekend. So yeah, hope to see all the fans there.
Fantastic. And we just need some shots of you looking around the bike there.
What's that, the A7?
No, mate, this is just the 6400.
Oh shit.
Can't afford anything else.
Does the job though. Shoots 4K.
Huh?
Does it shoot 4K?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right then, you're laughing.
GP for 3 years, but 4 years in World Superbike, so it's been a bit of a journey.
Yeah, and also you've had lots of success at places like Daytona, the Northwest 200 TT, Ulster Grand Prix. It's been a global, it's not just been about the British Superbikes, but 7 titles. Last year the team really couldn't have done much better, could they? Won 21 out of 27 races, finished 1-2 in the championship, cost you a lot of money in bonuses of course, but you've got some act to follow with that title from Scott Redding last year. Have you got the 2 riders that you think are capable of repeating that?
I've got to be careful what I say. I'd like to think so. Yeah, we Josh came very close last year. Maybe we cost him the championship.
Go on, it takes him half an hour here to get here. Come on. Norman, welcome, mate. Over to you.
Cheers, Larry. Thank you. Hello, gents. We're going to have a bit of an interview tonight, but a bit different from Larry's sort of carry on. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty here and talk to these 2 lads who are, I am absolutely confident, going to retain the British Superbike Championship. I'm absolutely sure of that. Which one, I don't really know, but I know Josh, and he's going to be a winner. Another winner. Sorry, Josh. Josh, you're preparing yourself for this year. What are you doing differently this year that you didn't do last year?
I don't feel like there is a lot I need to do different this year. I mean, we had almost a perfect year last year. I won 10 races in the season and was 5 points off win. Pressure on with this bike was brand new for last year. So from Ducati as a motorcycle supplier perspective, they were putting on a lot of pressure, and expecting the bike to perform.
And gearing, a little bit on the engine.
Suspension's kind of one of those things that's always at the top of your list of things to change. That's where most of the changes come on a personal setup perspective, or considering the track conditions or the track weather or the tyre wear. Suspension's sort of like that focus point where a lot of the work is done. So that's something that's always being worked at. But I'd like to hope to think that this year we've got a little bit more time to spend
on Ducatis. But how do you feel about the team as you're looking at it now?
Yeah, well, I was lucky enough to go out before Christmas to get a ride on the bike as it was last year, and it was nice for me to meet the team in that respect, because often when we go into race situations it's quite a pressured environment, so it was good to get out with a few of the lads. We went to Spain for a few days and I enjoyed it, and the track record of the whole Paul Bird Motorsport team it speaks for itself, so I enjoyed those few days, and now it's soon going to start to get into the proper stuff.
Oh, it's going to get serious soon, don't you worry about that. But you've prepared yourself okay, no worries, you've had a couple of rides.
Yeah, so preparation's going really well. I drove myself out to Portugal about a week ago, spent a few days cycling, and the last couple of days I've been doing track days. I'm back again tomorrow to do a few more track days, and then I'll meet the team when they liaise with us at Monte Blanco. So all my preparation's good. It's different for me from the last few years because I've actually ridden a bike before we get to round one, so I'm already feel like I'm in a better position than I have been. So yeah, everything's going pretty good at the moment.
I think you're in a fairly good position because you've got that lad to follow. And I'm sure if you get behind him, you'll not do so bad.
Yeah, I'm in a privileged position really, because obviously, it's
has to do really, really well, and I'm absolutely sure you will do. So, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Brooks.
Can you unveil the bike?
Chris Idden.
Get them to unveil the bike.
And at this point, thanks Norman, fantastic job there, Norman Lundberg, as the team ambassador. At this point in time, it's gone 9 o'clock, so we're beyond at the point that the 2020 livery of the Vision Track Ducatis is about to be unveiled. So in traditional fashion, like we do in London here on New Year's Eve, give them a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you do the honours, lads. The two Paul Bird Motorsport Vision Track Ducati Panigale V4Rs that both Christian Idden and Josh Brooks will be riding in the 2020 Bennett's British Superbike Championship, which gets underway at Silverstone over the weekend of the 10th to 12th of April. That's the Easter weekend, Good Friday, Easter Saturday and Bank Holiday Sunday at Silverstone. Thereafter for the full 12-round series, which culminates in the triple header at Brands Hatch over the weekend of 18th, 19th and 20th of October next year. So at this in time, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests of the media, if you want to do your own thing with Christian and Josh, just go carefully with them if you would please, because we'd like to preserve them for the season. But if there is any bona fide media outlets that want to do their own bit of filming, perhaps just ask each rider a question or two, get a photograph. The one thing that we're not allowed to do, ladies and gents, is sit on the bikes. It's a health and safety requirement here in the Shard, so that's one thing that we can't do. If you want a picture by the side of the bikes, that's absolutely fine. The other thing as well to do in the last hour, the open air sky deck is open for our exclusive use.
Tell Larry to do it. Just tell me when you're ready, man. Well, here at the Shard for the Paul Bird Motorsport Vision Track Ducati launch, I bumped into Paul Hollywood. Paul, welcome to the Shard. Great to see you here.
Thank you very much indeed. What an amazing venue.
You're obviously a fan of British Superbikes, and great to see that Paul's invited you along. Might we see you at 1 or 2 BSB meetings this year?
For sure. I went to a couple last year. In fact, I was at the Brands Hatch, I think the last one actually, the one Josh won, but Scott won. I think it's been amazing. I think what PBM have done over the years is really put their stamp on the BSB Championship. And obviously, liveries similar-ish. You've still got that red Ducati red. But I think ultimately, I'm a big fan of Ducati. So I think PBM and Ducati have linked up so well in the past. All the best for 2020. I'm certainly going to be arriving at a few venues.
More of a fan than I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down in Kent, so I'll certainly be at the Brands Hatch races.
We'll see you there. Look forward to that.
Thank you.